Filling up your gas tank sure can empty your wallet these days.
Holy mackerel. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
It's pretty scary. I wonder what it's going to be like in about 2 months.
We asked the experts how high gas prices could go and when they could come back down. Plus, Gas Buddy says most drivers make 3 costly mistakes at the pump. And crossing over county lines could save you almost a quarter per gallon. We'll show you where to find the cheapest gas in the Triad. Okay, even if you have no intention of shopping around, there is one thing you can do right now to start saving money. Let's dig into it. You are not imagining it. Gas prices keep going up, up, and up. Over the past 24 hours here in North Carolina, AAA says the average price of gas has gone up 3 cents a gallon. Over the last month, take a look at that, it's 33 cents. And over the past year, gas is up 96 cents per gallon. That means if prices hold high, the average driver is spending $518 more a year. Experts warn the conflict between Russia and Ukraine could make those gas prices go up even more. New sanctions on Moscow, high fuel demand in Europe, and a limited global supply are pushing the price for a barrel of oil towards $100. A gallon of regular gas now costs an average of $3.53 nationwide. The cost of heating oil is also up, costing you 47% more to warm up your home this year. Keep in mind, Russia is a major exporter of oil and natural gas, selling 12% and 17% of the global supply of each. So whatever economic punishment Russia receives in the coming weeks is likely to put increasing pressure on the global supply chain. In fact, earlier this week, President Joe Biden warned that freedom has a cost, and Americans might continue seeing prices rise because of this conflict.
As we do this, I'm going to take robust action to make sure the pain of our sanctions is targeted at the Russian economy, not ours.
Sanctions against Russia include penalties for the owner of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. That's the pipeline that delivers gas to several parts of Europe. How gas prices flow go way past the tank in your car. Some Greensboro owners say it is more than just the filling up, it's costing them their money for their business. Kevin Carter has owned Green Stripes lawn service for 18 years. He says he has shortened routes to limit how much gas he uses. Carter says he might even have to change how he does business.
Prices may need to increase as I'm doing my jobs out there. Like I was saying earlier, I got to leave my property and show up somewhere, and that's kind of where my time starts for that customer, is I've got to leave here and get there. And I want to keep customers. I don't want to price gouge people.
Another Triad man has a mowing service as well. Since gas prices went up, he is spending an extra $120 a week to fill his equipment. He says it's making it harder to cover the bills.
I am a single parent, and it does hurt. That's money off the food table, less, eating better food, and we have to go with the cheaper food right now on some of the items I'm having to eat. I mean, I do what I can do, and I make it work.
Back in November, President Biden announced he was tapping into our country's oil reserves to try to fix the supply problem when gas prices were already kind of high. He's releasing 50 million barrels. We haven't seen an improvement in prices yet. An energy expert says boosting oil supply is not as simple as just turning on the faucet.
When we look at the details of the exchange or the sale, it appears that this is going to occur over a several-month period, meaning that its impact to the market is going to be mitigated. And while this has accelerated the supply of oil, it hasn't fixed the problem.
He says that means it could take months to see some relief. And are you ready for this? He says relief might not come at all from tapping into the oil reserves. So the big question still remains, when? How long are we going to have to wait before those prices go back down? A Gas Buddy expert said it could take until the end of the year.
The higher prices go for oil, the more oil producers are incentivized to raise production. In addition, there's been renewed talk of a new deal with Iran. Iran, one of the largest oil producers, or I should say, certainly one of the top 10 largest oil producers, has been sanctioned since 2017 when President Trump pulled the US out of the Joint Plan of Action. So Iran hasn't been able to sell much of its oil on the global market. But if there's a new deal with Iran, that could bring relief just in time for a market that desperately needs more oil.
So if the high prices of gas aren't going to change for a while, maybe we should change how we shop for gas. Since 2016, a Gas Buddy survey shows drivers are making the same 3 mistakes every year. 57% of people run their cars dangerously close to empty, waiting to fill up until they have a quarter tank or less. When you do that, your options are limited because you can't wait for the best price. So you end up paying more at the pump. Not waiting until the last minute to fill up in a city like Greensboro could save you up to 60 cents per gallon. A shocking 80% of drivers have a go-to gas station. But 31% of those folks say it's only because it's conveniently located. Gas Buddy says gas stations just a little bit further away could be almost 15 to 30 cents less per gallon. Okay, even if you have no intention of shopping around, there is one thing you can do right now to start saving money. Sign up for loyalty programs at gas stations. 46% of drivers don't sign up for anything. That could save you $50 a year alone, and sometimes even lead to discounts on snacks and drinks for the road. Here's another secret too. If you are willing to cross county lines, you could save yourself a lot of money. AAA tracks prices across counties. Take a look. Here in Guilford County, it is $3.46. That's on par with the national average. But if you go down south to Randolph, oh yeah, you save yourself about a quarter per gallon. You can also knock off about 10 cents per gallon if you go up to Rockingham County. Forsyth County is close to Guilford at about $3.44. Randolph County actually has the cheapest gas average, and Surrey County has the highest in our area at about $3.50. Now, experts say shopping around is the best way to save you money. You can actually do that right here on the WFMYnews2.com. All you have to do is go here, hover over the weather tab, and right there it says gas prices. When you click on that, it gives you all the cheapest gas stations across the entire Triad. I hope it helps, and remember, there are always things you can do even if the prices are high.